Hello to everyone, and welcome back to Alex's Adventures in English. In today's episode, I wanted to help you practice your British English pronunciation, your pronunciation of Southern Standard British English, or also called modern RP, modern received pronunciation, with a short story. This short story, we've been working on it. It's called The Escaped Man, written by Platt, read by Luke Thompson from Luke's English podcast. And what we're going to do is to listen to it, right? So if you're new to the channel, let me tell you, there are 2 episodes on my channel based on this story. Part 1 and Part 2. Okay? If you're not new, I guess you knew that, but maybe you didn't. So anyway, let me tell you, I've got 2 episodes based on this story. The first episode, that's great. But the second episode, there's a problem with the audio, right? There's some kind of noise at the back and some background noise. But anyway, so that's why we're going to focus especially on Part 2. I wanted to help you practice Part 2. But anyway, I think we can start on second thoughts. We could start from the very beginning, and I could give you some kind of extra practice on the story, right? Because I published this episode some time ago, so we can... Hello there. How are you? Where are you watching me from? Welcome to Alex's Adventures in English. And so I'm doing good too. I'm glad to hear that. I'm doing good too. Thank you. From Serbia. All right, great. Nice to have you here. Welcome to the channel. What's your name? Hello everyone, and welcome to the channel. Welcome to Alex's Adventures in English. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. How shall I pronounce it? Is it like that? Duke? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. No. Oh. Vak? Vak? No. Vak? Nope. Okay. You write it down in the... How is it pronounced? You write it down in the chat. I mean, how would you pronounce it in English? I mean, what will you say? V-U-K? No. What? How would you pronounce it? Yeah. Wolf. Like wolf? Book. Oh, it means wolf. Okay. Okay. All right. That's a great name. Is that your name, then? Okay. Excellent. So, I wish you could speak out loud so that I know how to pronounce it. But I'm going to do a just a small research on that, on your name, so that I know how to pronounce it. Are you new to the channel? Yeah. Are you new to the channel? I will. Just let me do the following, because so is it I mean, your name, is it let me write it down. Okay, my computer is not functioning very well right now. Is it a bit laggy? Okay, maybe I should I should move to another room. Maybe that's going to be better. Let me try and do that. Maybe now it's better. Okay, what about now? Is it a bit better? Anyway, and by the way, hello everyone. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to this live stream on Alex's Adventures in English. And thank you for letting me know. And now I'm going to, I don't know how to call you. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I feel bad for that. I know what it's like to be in your shoes. I mean, I can totally relate to that. So I'm gonna ask help to yes, so is it the Serbian name? Is the Serbian name? Vuk. How to pronounce this name? I'm sorry. It's not going well. Hello everyone, and no. Sorry. You from Serbia. Okay, there you go. So like so. Ooh. Book. Could it be book? Could it be that book rhymes with spook? You know, to spook, spooky. Could it be that bit of your name rhymes with spook? And so we say like something like book. Vuk, like Vuk or Vuk, something like that. Okay. Vuk. Vuk or Vuk? Something like that. Well, you tell me. You let me know in the chat. Okay? So in the meantime, so that you stay there and not go anywhere, we'll get started with the story. With a story I've prepared for you. Namely, The Escaped Man. That's the name of the story I've prepared for you. That's the story I've been working on for some time on the channel. So I want you to listen to Luke Thompson, this British teacher from England, read the story. We repeat after him, right? And we're also going to break down his pronunciation. Okay? Maybe first we're going to break down his pronunciation. Right? Listen to him. Break down his pronunciation, and after that, we're going to listen to him again, repeat after him, and finally, we're going to try and shadow Luke Thompson, okay? Which means reading or repeating what he says at the same time. So let's begin.
The rain was falling heavily.
Oh,
It was like driving through a thick
for God's
curtain
sake.
of water.
Not...
He escaped man by C.T.
Okay, just give me 1 second. I'm going to change the picture here. Oh, that's great. That's excellent. The picture doesn't work. Okay. All right. We're going to listen to it and let's do the best we can.
Platt. The rain was falling heavily.
The rain was falling heavily. The rain was falling heavily. That's the rain was falling heavily. Okay? So, what can we say about that? The rain was falling heavily. What the first thing we can say is that he says the rain was falling heavily. The rain was falling heavily. He doesn't say the rain was falling heavily, because the word the, THE in English is pronounced with a schwa, like this, the, when it's immediately followed by another consonant, by a consonant, let's put it that way. So, for example, the car, the problem. In the car, the is followed immediately by the consonant k, that consonant. So we say the car. And in the same way, in this story, the story goes, the rain was falling heavily. Although you can't see all that on screen, that's what it says. The rain was falling heavily. And we can listen to that again.
Imagine the rain beating down. Here we go. The Escaped Man by C.T. Platt. The rain was falling heavily.
There you go. The rain was falling heavily. Okay? The with a schwa. If that word were followed by a vowel sound right after it, like for example, apple, in that case, the vowel sound would be a. There you could say that you would expect to hear the apple, the apple. And that's what happens with that word, with the word the, you know, THE. That's what happens with that word. If right after it comes a vowel sound, native speakers would say the apple, the orange, the idea, the other, right? But if right after it comes a consonant sound, you would expect to hear the car, the problem, the rain, the man, the people. Okay? But this remains true as long as there's no pause in between the word the and the next sound. You know, because if there is a pause, you would for example, usually you would hear the problem is, or the apple, I don't know, fell from the tree, right? And yeah, so that no pause. All right. And any questions, guys? Where are you watching me from? Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying this live stream. And as I teach you standard Southern British English pronunciation, mainly, I like to chat with you. I like to get to know you. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I'm cooking at the same time. That's what I usually do at this time. At this hour. So yeah, I'm cooking. Guys, so let's continue with the story, shall we?
Like driving through a thick curtain of water. Here we go. The Escaped Man by C.T. Platt. The rain was falling heavily.
The rain was falling heavily.
It was like driving through a thick curtain of water.
Okay, you can't see all that on screen, but I let you know what it says. It was like driving through a thick curtain of water. It was like driving through a thick curtain of water. This is a good line to practice the sounds in English. It was like driving through a thick curtain of water. Actually, the specific sound there to practice is the one with no buzzing sound in the throat, namely th. The sound used at the beginning of the word think or thought. Think, thoughts, thorough, thunder, the god of thunder. That's Thor. Thor, thunder, right? So you need to stick out your tongue a bit like this, press it against the upper front teeth and it's like blowing, or, blowing air out, like doing this. Just like you do when when pronouncing the sound s, right, like a snake. S. Okay, so the words here are, it was like driving through a thick. Is something, is the opposite of thin. Thin, thick. It was like driving through a thick curtain of water.
He eased up. Okay, and it's got a slightly dark atmosphere.
Let's listen to that again.
The rain was falling heavily. It was like driving through a thick curtain of water.
Okay, so it was like driving through a thick curtain of water. Can you repeat? And by the way, guys, we're not listening to the story at full speed, but at 65%, because I want you to get used to listening to a native speaker. And later on, I'm not sure if today, because we haven't got much time, we're going to listen to it at 75% and then at full speed. That's what I do on the episode on part 1 and part 2 of my analysis of The Escape to Man, which you can find on Alex's Adventures in English on my channel. You can go there and find that, okay? You can find those episodes there. Guys, any questions so far? Any questions? Any comments? You could drop in the chat below. No comments so far. We can continue for a bit longer.
He eased off the accelerator a little. Had to be careful driving on wild nights like these.
Okay, the next line is he eased off the accelerator a little. He eased off the accelerator a little. Right? So can you repeat after me? He eased off the accelerator a little. So he eased off the accelerator a little. Had to be careful driving on wild nights like these. Can you repeat after me? He eased off the accelerator a little. Had to be careful driving on wild nights like these. Had to be careful driving on wild nights like these. So these this is this word, right? THESE. Be careful with that word too, because it's got the first sound in that word is the The is a dental sound, right? Because to produce it, you need to press your tongue against the upper front teeth, these. Right here. But in that case, in the case of these, you need to produce vibration in your throat. So you need to feel you've got a bee in your throat, like this. Of course, I'm exaggerating the sound right now, but that's what you need to do at first. Then you can stop exaggerating and you'd hear only the. This sound is produced nearly in the same way as the first sound in the word through, or thick. Hello, Nina. How are you today? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the live stream, actually. And welcome to Alex's Adventures in English. Don't forget, if you're enjoying this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Subscribe to my channel, Alex's Adventures in English, if you don't want to miss out on my next episodes. I usually do these live streams on YouTube to teach you British English. Hello, Nina. Yes, hello, Nina. Hola, Nina. Te saludo en español si querés. Hello, Nina. And yes, so be careful. Be careful. In English, there are two TH sounds. Right? There are two TH sounds in English. En inglés hay dos sonidos para la TH. Right? La TH que se encuentra en inglés. TH. So one with a buzzing sound in the throat. Like this. Thank you. Thank you, Nina. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias, Nina. Welcome to the channel. Bienvenida al canal. So, as I was telling you, there are two TH sounds in English. One with the buzzing sound in the throat. Hay dos sonidos para TH en inglés. Uno con vibración en las cuerdas vocales, este sonido parecido al que causan las abejas. Which is found in words like these, those, that, right? But there's another sound for the TH in English with no vibration in the vocal cords. No vibration here. En el otro sonido, para la TH en inglés, no hay vibración en las cuerdas vocales. Entonces tenemos thoughts, think, through, thorough, thistle, I can't think of another example. Y sí, esto específicamente para los que hablan español, en el español ibérico de España existe este sonido en palabras como canción, ese za, ese mismo sonido que existe en inglés en palabras como por ejemplo thick, thick, right? thick, thick, grueso. Thick, thick. Alright? I hope that's clearer now. Espero que esté más claro ahora. And where are you watching me from? Guys, let me know in the chat. Just give me a sec that I'm gonna continue cooking as I have to. Yeah. So, guys, let me know in the chat if you've got any questions. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want more content like this. Es decir, no se olviden de suscribirse al canal si quieren más contenido como este. This is Alex. Well, that didn't go out well. Didn't go out as expected. All right. So, have you got any questions? Where are you watching me from? ¿Tienen alguna pregunta? ¿De dónde me están mirando? Dejen sus comentarios en el chat. And, okay, so, let me try and find these in the fridge. Okay, here we go. Found it. Great. Ya lo encontré. All right. So let's listen to the story a bit more, shall we? Let's listen to the story a bit more. Escuchamos la historia un poco más.
The last thing you'd want is to have an accident or breakdown. And to be careful driving on wild nights like these. The last thing you'd want is to have an accident or breakdown. You just want to be
Okay, let's analyze that. The last thing you'd want is to have an accident or breakdown. The last thing you'd want is to have an accident or breakdown. Can you repeat after me? Pueden repetir después de mí. The last thing you'd want is to have an accident or breakdown. Sorry about the noise. I'm cooking at the same time. The last thing you'd want is to have an accident or breakdown. Which means, lo último que uno quiere es tener un accidente. Right? Or breakdown. Que se rompa básicamente el auto. Right? So, the last thing you'd want is to have an accident or breakdown. The last thing you'd want, in the last thing you'd want, he doesn't say the last thing you'd want. He says the last thing, and in the last thing, we can't see that, but in the last thing, last is written with a T at the end, L-A-S-T, last thing. But he says the last thing, the last thing. So he drops the final t sound, right? He drops the final t sound at the end of last. Why? Because the T there is in between two consonants. So to be more specific, we've got on the left the last in the word last, right before the T sound or the T, the letter T, comes an S. Right? So that's a consonant, consonant number 1 on the left. Then right after last, he pronounces the first sound that comes is th, in the word thing, which is another consonant. Th is another consonant. So s and th, right? It's like a sandwich, and in the middle is the T or the T sound. And what happens in English when this happens in between two words? Usually the T, the T sound, gets dropped, and we get the last thing, right? The last thing rather than the last thing. If you try and do that, it's a bit uncomfortable. You'd feel it a bit uncomfortable. You would feel, you will probably feel uncomfortable in trying to produce that. So the last thing you'd want is to have an accident or breakdown. And the last thing I wanted to mention to you, okay, before adding more information to give this live session a closure, because the food is about to be ready, dinner is about to be ready, and I will have to eat in a few minutes, so I will have to leave you, but we may see each other later on. And for that to happen, don't forget to like here and subscribe to my channel, Alex's Adventures in English, so that you get a notification of my next live streams and my next episodes. The ones I publish on a daily basis